What's an endocrine system? An endocrine system, it's a group of organs all around your body that release hormones. You have the pituitary gland in your head, and you have the pancreas, it's another endocrine gland, and you have also the adrenal glands. Those are ones that are found right on top of your kidneys. Now, let's take an example. The pancreas is an endocrine gland. It releases hormones in your blood. It's called an endocrine gland because this hormone goes into your blood and it doesn't exit or goes out of your body. Once in the blood, it would run to specific organs. These organs, we call them the target organs. Now, the hormone targets these organs specifically because they got the right receptors. So the hormone binds into those receptors and causes specific changes to these organs. Now, what are the actions that adrenaline causes around your body? Once it goes out in your blood, it would target your heart, it makes it beat faster, it makes you breathe faster. In addition, adrenaline also increases your blood sugar. It goes to the liver and makes the blood sugar to increase. All of these actions are meant to prepare the person for what we call the fight or flight response. This is the action that causes someone to respond to stressful conditions. Now, once again, there are 4 organs that adrenaline target. It makes your heart beat faster. It makes you breathe faster so you can have more oxygen in your blood. It even goes to your eyes and makes your pupil widen. This will allow you to have a better field of view. And it goes to the liver. As I said, once it goes to the liver, it would break down that glycogen you have in your liver into glucose, and that will increase your blood sugar. All of this is meant to run more glucose and oxygen to your muscles so you can respond to those stressful conditions. Adrenaline, the fight and flight hormone. When I say fight, this means that someone is showing aggression, anger, and flight if someone is scared. Now, many times when someone is feeling scared, they feel that they don't have the urge to eat. They don't feel hungry. That's like the time when someone's going through an exam. The reason is that because when someone is having adrenaline, the adrenaline diverts the blood from the digestive system to the muscles because the muscles and brain are far more important at this moment. If you'd like to do this, pause the screen and try to fill in those blanks. So let's start. Adrenaline is released during stressful conditions from the adrenal glands. Adrenaline causes the heart and breathing rate to increase. It also breaks down the glycogen in the liver. As a result, more glucose and oxygen are pumped to the muscles, so more energy is released by the process of respiration. Adrenaline also causes the pupils to widen. Let's shift to the control of your blood sugar, glucose. Now, there are certain changes in the environment that causes your blood sugar to increase. For instance, if you consume or if you eat something that is sugary, that's rich with carbohydrates, your blood sugar is going to increase. And if you go through fasting, starvation, or even if you do an exercise, your blood sugar will decrease. Now, luckily, we have the pancreas. The pancreas is responsible to control your blood sugar. There are 2 target organs when it comes to the control of blood sugar. There is the main organ, which is the liver, and there are the muscles. Let's check how your body controls your sugar level. Think about it. If you've eaten something that is sweet, your blood sugar is going to increase. The pancreas is going to get involved. It's going to release the hormone insulin to your liver and to your muscles, and it would cause that extra sugar you have in your blood to be absorbed by the liver, and then it will be stored inside your liver. It will be stored inside your liver and muscles in the form of another sugar. This other sugar is known as glycogen. Now, this is done, as always in biology, all chemical reactions are done by means of enzymes. The control of blood sugar is such an important issue. If your blood sugar has not been reduced, then that means that your body cells will start to lose water. You know that if you have a lot of sugar in the blood, that will withdraw water out of your cells by osmosis, and that will dry up these cells, and that would cause someone to die. Let's talk about the opposite issue. If someone's blood sugar is decreasing, let's say that she's doing an exercise causes the blood sugar to decrease because your muscles are consuming the energy. This would cause the pancreas to start to release another hormone. This time it's going to be glucagon. Be careful with the spelling. Glucagon will target the liver and would cause the glycogen in the liver to start to be broken down to glucose. And that will reduce the blood sugar. Again, that's an important issue here. If your blood sugar is not being increased at this moment to return it to the normal state, then that would cause massive loss of energy in your body, especially your brain. It's quite sensitive to changes in blood sugar, and that would cause someone even to faint or even to die. Let's do a quick recap. You got 2 hormones in control of your blood sugar. The first one is insulin. Insulin is released when your blood sugar is increasing. It targets the liver or the muscles and causes the liver or muscles to absorb the sugar and store it as glycogen. The second hormone is glucagon. Glucagon will do the complete opposite. And I always ask the students to remember that every chemical reaction in this subject is done by means of enzymes. Type 1 diabetes is a disease related to the pancreas. Now, your white blood cells like lymphocytes release antibodies, and those antibodies are meant to destroy bacteria. In the case of type 1 diabetes, the antibodies destroy certain parts of the pancreas responsible for the release of the hormone insulin. In this case, the blood sugar will go higher than it should be. Type 1 diabetes is an example of an autoimmune disease. Auto means self, immune is because it's related to the immune system. So an autoimmune disease is the case when the immune system destroys body organs. In our case, it's the pancreas. There are 5 signs of type 1 diabetes. The first is tiredness. That's because the sugar is not being used in the body. Second is frequent urination. That's because the kidneys try to help. They get rid of the sugar in the urine. Third is thirst. That's because of the high blood sugar. There is weight loss, and obvious one, there is an increase in blood sugar. There are 3 ways to deal with type 1 diabetes. First is to control your diet, is to reduce your sugar intake. Second is to take insulin as injections. And the third is to monitor the blood sugar level. So whenever the blood sugar goes beyond certain limit, then the patient would take insulin.